What's up guys, Alex Wallace here from Wallace Training Systems. I want to give you a little bit of information before you get into this video. This series is basically going to document my 8-week journey from where I'm currently at to hopefully getting into the best shape of my life. We all have things that motivate us, and for me, it's always going to the beach. It always has been and it always will be. I'm going to document almost everything. I'm going to show you the sets that I'm doing, the reps that I'm doing, the weights that I'm lifting, and the food that I'm eating. Lastly, I'll be trying to educate you on what's going through my head when I'm actually doing these exercises or I'm putting together the meal plan. So I'm going to interject in this video throughout the video and kind of explain where my head's at when I'm doing certain things. Other than that, I hope you'll join us on this 8-week journey. It's going to be an 8-part series, and if you like it, don't forget to like the video, and thanks for watching. One thing you'll notice is that I do a lot of circuit training, namely exercises done in succession. How I like to pair it up is with antagonistic muscle groups. So if I do a horizontal press, namely a bench press, I'll try to do a horizontal row, namely a dumbbell row or a barbell row. The reason I do this is twofold. Number one, I need to maximize my time in the gym. I own a gym, but I still work 70 hours a week. I do this, I have rental properties, and I'm trying to build a team here. So I need to maximize my time at the gym. And secondly, I believe that when you're pairing up antagonistic muscle groups, you don't really have to worry as much about muscular imbalances. Yes, you're gonna have some muscles that develop a little bit faster than other muscles, but you're going to minimize the risk of you having overdeveloped pecs versus an underdeveloped back if you try to pair antagonistic muscle groups. Yes, there is the counterpoint that you can lift heavier if you wait 2 to 3 minutes in between sets and you don't do a circuit. And that's true, but at the same time, we need to operate in a daily life, and most people are busy. I'm sure you're busy, I'm busy. So operating in a circuit, pairing exercises together is an excellent way to get a lot of work done in a short amount of time. Wanted to go over what I eat for breakfast, and when I'm cutting weight, when I'm losing weight rather, or trying to lose body fat, what I usually do is avoid carbohydrates in the morning. Normally when I'm just trying to maintain or gain weight, I eat a lot more carbohydrates, specifically in the morning. I will adjust this breakfast here and there depending on how I feel. So if there's a day where I'm feeling very run down, or my lifts in the gym, my performance in the gym is going down over several days, I'll typically add more carbs in the morning. That could be 2 bananas, that could be a bowl of cereal. I don't have it set in stone when I'll do that. It's more, I just regulate it based on how I feel. That being said, I'll show you what I have. So we got an ounce of almonds here. We have 2 eggs and 4 egg whites here. The reason I use the egg whites is because it's a little less calories than if I were to have just 6 eggs. And lastly, a cup of bone broth. Bone broth is supposed to be good for your joints and good for your skin because of the collagen protein. How true that is, I mean, it makes sense. So that's what I have for breakfast. When I do my cardio at this stage of the game, namely for the first 2 to 4 weeks, I want to keep it about 20 minutes or less. When my cardio starts to creep up, I notice that my strength starts to creep down, but I can burn a ton of calories and really put forth a lot of exertion in about 20 minutes. So I'll either do a sled circuit, I'll jump on the bike and hit it hard for 20 minutes, or I'll do some type of upper body circuit consisting of upper body and body weight movements like push-ups, pull-ups, rope slams, things like that. Next up is meal number 2. I have about 10 minutes before kids class, so I figured this was enough time to eat it. I make probably 14 to 16 of these every week. I'll show you exactly what it is. It's a good source of protein, not a lot of carbs, low calorie. And yeah, so I'll show you what I'm eating now, and then I'll show you how I make it every Sunday. So we got 6 ounces of chicken thigh. It's a lot more palatable than chicken breast. Slightly higher calories, but nothing crazy. And then just some green beans. Again, it's low calorie, but it still provides some good water-soluble vitamins and a little bit of fiber. Although I'm probably the last person you want to take calf advice from, I noticed that over the past 12 months, I really developed my calves in 2 ways. Number 1, with a standing calf raise through a full range of motion, not relying on any stretch reflex, pausing at the bottom. And then secondly, doing a seated calf raise. It's 9:44, I just finished my cardio. I go 20 minutes on the bike. I do 30 seconds as hard as I can, 30 seconds at a moderate pace, and I try to keep it right over 20 miles per hour at my moderate pace. And then when I go as hard as I can, it's just literally as hard as I can. It starts out like 29 miles per hour. By the end, it's like 24 miles per hour. I get a lot of questions about this bike. I'm gonna answer right here. So number 1, on this Rogue bike, they have a calories burned setting. People say, do I really burn that many calories? Or, oh my God, I did all that work for only 8 calories. It's not that accurate. Well, it is measuring a calorie, namely the amount of energy that you're actually producing on this bike. By the conventional definition of a calorie, the amount of energy you're putting forth on this bike to raise, I think it's a gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. So that is actually an energy production, but how many calories you're actually burning, it's not so cut and dry. You could be moving a little bit different. You could be not quite as efficient at this movement as somebody else who's done it a lot. Furthermore, you could be using your legs a little bit more, your arms a little bit more. I mean, it's not dead on. So don't think, oh, that's all the calories I burned, or oh my God, look at how many calories I burned. It's not so cut and dry. Again, I'm not even wearing a heart rate monitor, so it has no idea where my heart rate is. Lastly, another question I get on this is, what else can you do besides ride it? So if you've been coming here to Wallace Training Systems, you know sometimes we do only the legs or only the arms. It's a good way to still challenge your cardiovascular endurance while, breaking up the monotony of just doing the bike for a minute. Thanks for watching.